All right, local swell trackers, thanks for being here. Thursday, May 2nd. Time's marching on. So are the waves, though a little bit smaller. This is Hindcasting showing you what the models were Saturday, the 27th. Wanted to show you this guy spinning here. Our side of the date line is pulling in what we're seeing today at pipe is 2 to 3 plus. It seems to be focusing it really well. Then we have a distant source off of North Japan as well. It's Hokkaido, and that one will be adding some support hopefully Friday, all in the 3-foot zone. Clicking in the animations, you can see it spinning for quite a while here. This one spins again as we get going through Monday and Tuesday and adding another 2 to 3 foot pulse on Sunday. All fairly weak. This is the guy that's also bringing us in the front and the weather, etc. The nearby one. We've seen about 4 weekends in a row where light and variables, Kona winds, replace the trades, and it's all thanks to the troughiness near the islands and these low pressures. Although they are weak, they have been causing regime changes, alternating between trades, usually during the week, and then weekends with those light and variables. We're going to see that again this week, and again, it's thanks to that guy that's close by to us. Okay, continuing on with hindcasting down under. Just wanted to show you the source, well, the remnants of the source. This stormy area down here and moving off towards Chile, that guy was over here earlier, moving zonally or west to east, and that brought us up to solid 4 feet, like at Diamond Head Select Reefs. It was solid 2 to 3, and now 2 feet. It had a lot of south and to south-southeast component to it, and here it is. Again, this is what it looked like down under last Thursday and Friday, and that's why we're seeing what we saw a week later. Jumping into today's models, Thursday the 2nd. So here's what we've got. We have a spinner off to the north of New Zealand, which is pretty rare, but that guy sticks around for a little while. This one has potential of bringing us up some chest-high waves on the 7th. Mark your calendars. That is Tuesday, Wednesday. We can see that everything's pretty quiet down under, and we do see a little bit of a Tasman sea swell pop on the 5th and 6th. So add about 7 days onto that. Fiji will be cranking on that one. It's not bad at all. But we may see some mid-month Tasman sea energy. Again, those are harder to predict because they got to get cheese grated through all the South Pac Islands like Fiji, and it has quite a few islands. Okay, I wanted to show you the last bit right there. That is the most promising signal for some serious southwest swell. So that's definitely last thing on the model, so it has the least bit of confidence. But as each day goes by, we'll get more confidence in our forecast. It's a hot fantasy. It's a big storm with 35-plus foot seas up to near hurricane winds. If we get it right, it'll be 3 to 5 from the south-southwest with 18-second forerunners, filling Friday the 17th and lasting into that weekend. These can disappear like fantasies do. So we're going to, again, keep an eye on it for you. Just wanted to give you a heads up for a possible high surf advisory level south-southwest swell on the 17th. Okay, we're going to jump up now to the North Pac, which is quieting down this time of year, but it's still been, well, April was one of the best in a decade. People will claim that. Well, we had one swell that was 15, maybe even 18 feet in April. Well, here's what we're looking at today. It's overall very quiet. This fetch right here, you can see off to by the date line. That's the one for Sunday, Monday. If we get lucky, we'll see some 2 to 3 plus out of it. Don't write home about it. There's the old swell heading off into the Sea of Okhotsk, the Pacific Ocean. Okay, now it's time to load up the models, and we see overall very quiet, a lot of blues. We don't like that, but it is typical for this time of year. We do see next Wednesday the 8th through Thursday the 9th, a couple promising items. The one to the north of us is the most promising for some at least 2 to 4 foot north swell that weekend, the 11th and 12th. This spinner off here, off of Japan, could get us in something a few days later or towards the middle of the month if we're lucky. This is the guy, since it's closer in proximity and is a more solid storm, we will get an out-of-season north swell on this one, and it will be overhead. I will have this written up in the big picture as always. All right, the swell periods here, these small little northwesters coming in for Thursday, Friday, and then more on Sunday, and then some south swell trying to make its way up for next week. it looks more impressive when you're looking at swell periods, especially when they have to travel a long distance, like down under. These things look like whomper storms marching our way. No, this guy appears actually going to be bigger. But did want to show you that we will be seeing plenty of background swell for the southern shores and some small stuff for the country. South America, obviously, and California as well as Baja getting the brunt of these south swells. Okay, taking a look at the jet stream, you can see it kind of dipping down near us. This is causing our weather. It has steered that big, broad, low pressure. Here's the high off to our northeast. The jet stream sweeping to the northeast up off Japan and dipping down over us on our side of the date line and carrying some minor swells within it. Clicking in the animation, you can see it sticks around, hovers. So we're going to see these light and variable winds into possibly next Wednesday. The jet stream is up there, though. They're not powerful enough to steer some real ground swell, but it is working a little bit of magic to keep it beyond Mill Pond Flat. Okay, down under, northern branch pretty thick, goes zonal for several days, and then the last, on day 8, or Thursday the 9th, we see it have a meridional or equatorial bound flow pointing right up at us. Now, it is really close to the east coast of New Zealand. That does take away some of the sea height development. We like them to be out at least a few hundred more miles. But still, this is the guy we're going to be paying attention to, especially over the next 5 days. This is going 2 weeks out before we actually get some of this. All right, taking a look at the hand-drawn charts, broad areas of low pressure, pulling in those waves I was telling you about for today all the way through Monday, and kind of keeping the high off to the northeast, pushing the ridge of high pressure over the islands. The trade winds will be saying aloha by late Friday. We're probably already going to be into a sea breeze pattern. The trades will not be strong enough by Friday to avoid those sea breezes. And then it's light and variables through Tuesday at least. Towards the end of next week, we'll have this high pressure have a chance to move in as these lows move out. That'll bring us back to trades. And we'll see if that lasts for the long haul. Here's the upper region showing that big spinner, broad spinner. So from the surface up to 20,000 feet, features showing what is producing the weather and the waves. The brown areas are some more stable, drier air masses. And here's what the clouds look like. They're coming in from a very easterly angle. So that very easterly angle is producing excellent conditions in the country where it's 2 to 3 plus today. We're going to see that flow leave us for a while. These clouds down here are hovering in the intertropical convergence zone where the winds from the South Pac meet the winds from the North Pac and hover. This is the front that's nearing the island. Currently, the ridge is about 300 miles northwest of Kauai. It will be moving down and weakening the winds further. Here we go. It is kind of cloudy off and on. We had rain this morning. Might see some more of that. We'll wait and see. Highs, about 85. It will feel warmer as we get towards the weekend. Lows about 72. And we do have those island showers. Leeward, windward, Mauka, pretty much everywhere. And there you go. We'll see you out in the lineup and back here at the end of next week. Mahalo.